Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Art at Home with Miss Beth. And this week we are celebrating our Cinderella. So with Cinderella, well, I guess it was was it the godmother that said Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo? Yeah. Anyway, we're doing Bibbidi Bobbidi Balloon, yay! And I that's a shout out to Rochelle, who thought that was the most awesome ever title for a program that I'm doing. So, Bibbidi Bobbidi Balloon. Thanks, Rochelle. So, what we're going to do, you're going to get a kit at the library. In your kit, you will have some string, yarn. I've got lots of different colors. You pick what you want. You also have a balloon. With this, you're going to need some liquid glue, which I have here. I hope you're needing to add some water to it, and that's basically what I did with this. What we are going to end up making, and this will have to dry overnight, but we will be making this beautiful piece of art. I've had this hanging in my office forever because it was one of the first things I did for a summer reading. Was it the first summer? I think it was the second summer that I was there. But yeah, this is easy. This, as I said, it's like a ball. It's a balloon, but it's like a ball where Cinderella went. She went to the ball. Let's set it back down there. Okay, but this won't happen until tomorrow. So you're gonna have to let it dry. I've got paper towels too, in case we might get a little bit messy. So you have string before. Okay, I'm gonna blow this up first though. So this balloon, we don't want it huge. You can tell this isn't that big. Some of the directions I read, it was probably like 5 inches. So I'm gonna blow the balloon. It's not bad. It's a weird little end. It probably could go bigger, but I didn't give you an awful lot of yarn, which is something else. If you want more yarn, you can add more yarn to it. I've seen people make bowls out of these as well. A balloon bowl. Okay, I've got my balloon. I'm going to set him down. Got my string, and with the string, a good idea would be to find your end. And very carefully, because you don't want it all tangled. So leave your end out and just very carefully, loosely. Oh, beans, man. Look, I had a little knot. We don't want that. Let me get rid of that. Perfect. So leave it loose, and then we're just going to wrap it around real loose, because this can get tangled so easily. And the website that I got this from, this was their recommendation. I remember when I did this that one time, it was messy and tough, because look, you've got the knot. If you're just going to dump glue on this, you're going to have a real pain. Let's see if I can get this all loosely wrapped, because what we're going to do, we're going to pour some of our glue. Move that. We're going to pour some of the glue into containers. The containers, these are just things that I usually use for water or paint when I'm doing my art. It doesn't need to be anything special. You can wash it out. It can be disposable. Your choice. Okay, so, wow. Look at that. That is gorgeous. It's like a glove. Okay, got it like this. I have my end. This is what we're going to start. I'm going to lay it down. So I have 2 containers. With one, I'm going to take and I'm going to put some glue in there. Yeah, that could probably use a little water. I think I have water from my brush over here. Not much, but some. Woo! And look, it's even colored. Yippee. Okay, so we have some watery glue. And you don't want it too watery because it won't stick. There we go. Mixing that all up. It's a nice consistency. You can see it's runny, but it's a little thick. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to soak it in the glue. And I don't want to make it all knotty. Makes me think I probably might need some more. If My dog could help me. She could get up and get more water for me. Can you hear her? She's sleeping. She snores. She's a little snore. Okay, so I've got glue on here. Let me make sure I get it all glued up. And in the directions that I saw before too, they kind of like squeezed it out. Oh, I think this is pretty well. This is well coated. You can see. It's almost like if you've ever colored hair, you want to make sure you color all of it. If you leave some off, you won't get color on that. Okay, that looks super. Okay. Next, I'm going to take my balloon, and it doesn't really matter where you start or what kind of direction. If you see the one I did here, I just went all over it. I think I'm going to do that with this one. And since we had it in such a nice, see, it's just going to pick up and go. And I remember too, when I did this before, I had a whole Kozak room full of kids all needing help. So if there were parents around, it was very, very helpful. Okay, see, look, I'm already getting it tangled. That's why it would be nice if you have some extra hands, like if there's more than one of you making this, maybe you help each other out a little. And we're just gonna wrap and wrap. And this is like a line. I feel like I'm drawing. I'm drawing with my yarn, which is something that I've done with you guys many, many times. I'm gonna go around the top. You know, and I've seen these too, where people will end up putting lights inside of them, and it'll glow through the open spaces or the negative space that we have there. I'm gonna set it down for a second. Here we go. Gonna keep on wrapping. And wrapping. And it looks like my phone says I have 20% of my battery. This makes me redo my whole video. I will not be very happy. So if we wrap it up and we continue, and look, you can see it's different directions that I'm going. I'm not going the same direction each time. I try to hide the beginning, and I'll try and hide the end. I noticed today when I looked at the previous one that I made, it was kind of sticking out. It didn't stay nice and tight there. This was probably almost the perfect amount of yarn. I mean, if I wanted more, I could keep going. I'm gonna then put it like this, kind of mesh it in together. And this one didn't have much glue, so whatever glue I have here. And the thing with this is, guys, you let it set. You could put it under wax paper. It doesn't matter. This is pretty much dry, so I'm just gonna set it like that. Let it dry, and this balloon will end up shrinking. And if it's not shrinking, you want to wait for all of the yarn to dry. You can pop it, and you can pull the balloon out, and that's how we end up with this lovely, lovely piece of art. Gorgeous. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining me, and I can't wait to see your projects. I need to go wash my hands. They're messy. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.